you're playing rugby, and then these
legend
guys
has it you learned about kava from your rugby teammate.
Yes, legend has it. Yep. So it was 2022, and I actually had one of those. I drank too much one night, had horrible anxiety, and I was driving home from the wedding, and I remember I made a list of all the things that were good in my life and bad in my life when I got home. Everything on the bad list was directly related to alcohol, whether it was weight or lack of energy or anything related to alcohol. And I was like, okay, maybe I should take a step back and try and find something that's better. Well, the next rugby season, I was with some of my Fijian teammates, and we were drinking kava after the match. Kava's a plant from the South Pacific Islands. I'm sure some of your spores know, but it's typically...
Yeah, break it down, though.
Yeah, so it's a plant, South Pacific Islands, Fiji, Tonga. Mine's from Vanuatu. And it's typically ground up into a tea. And it turns out as like this muddy, lukewarm drink that gives you a nice, relaxing buzz. The problem is it doesn't taste very good. So I was drinking it with them, and I said, all right, I've heard that this stuff can be truly like strong. Like you can really get a buzz unlike some other like ingredients that maybe aren't as strong. And so I sat at my rugby field, and we drank quite a bit of kava, and I stood up and I was like, oh yeah. I was like, that's it. But you feel great. Like you still feel in control, right? And like, that's why it's such an amazing buzz. So that night I went home and I went on Amazon and typed in like kava seltzer, bought everything I could, tried those, and was like, okay, these are pretty good. There's some legs here, but they weren't quite strong enough for me or too sweet. There was always something. And so I started I bought like a kilo of kava extract and started making sparkling kava drinks in my kitchen using a soda stream, a milk frother to mix it in, and flavoring it with like Mio or LMNT or whatever I had nearby. And that's how it started. And I really was making a drink for myself because I still want to go to the bar. I still want to watch college football or go watch, the World Series or a basketball game or anything like that. But people are looking for a vice. They're looking for something that's a little bit different. And to me, kava was like the perfect thing that aligned with what I was looking for and that I could make in my own house. And so that's kind of the origin story. And I'm very grateful to the Austin community for being so open to it and excited and like supportive of it. Like I've never met anyone that's not supportive of it or that's like, that's a bad idea, And so
Where DC might be a little different.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe some college kids that are still like, no, like alcohol's totally good.
Yeah.
Maybe those are usually the folks that are like, why would you want something that's non-alcoholic? I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
It's not worth trying to convince them right now.
Yeah, exactly. So
they have to have their own come to Jesus moment like you did.
Exactly. And that's truly what it is. Yeah. My rugby team, Hunt's Rugby, like people would come to me mid-practice and be like, Spence, do you have any Kavivas? Like, I want to buy some. And that's either because they're trying to drink less. Sometimes they have a family member trying to drink less, or they just love the buzz and prefer it and don't want to be hungover. So yeah, like so much credit to my community, rugby community and team. And that's been awesome.
So you started making them in your kitchen, right?
Yeah.
And then did you just bring friends over and you're like, try these? And then, tell me about that.
That's exactly what happened. So I used to do it by myself, and I would make like a mini assembly line where I would mix a bunch of kava and water, put it in, and then I would like soda stream it, which was 2.5 of these cans at a time, squirt Mio into it. And then I bought a can seamer that will like seal the top on. So I'm doing them by hand, and then I would label them all while I watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia every night.
Yeah.
Nice. And then it got to the point I started doing like 10-gallon.
Would you put like a sticker on it? Would you?
Oh my gosh. It started out with these little white stickers. It was about that big, and it just had this same logo and said the flavor. And when you're doing such small quantities, I was printing it at my printer at home, like a desk jet, HP desk jet. Like it looked awful. So yeah, once I started to like scale that up, I just kept trying different things and learned how to do it more efficiently, or to get them printed at not Home Depot, Office Depot, which is expensive, and they would have to like change the ink tray out for me twice in the matter of an hour because I printed so much ink. But yeah, I would bring over 5 to 10 friends, set up 2 of the assembly lines, and then just get them going. Like one person, their job, like they're the seamer, they're getting the top on. The other person is moving it from the 10-gallon tank into the soda stream and then doing the carbonation. And I would order them pizza, and I'd be running around the whole time making sure everything was good. So that's what I was doing when it was very small scale. Like I wasn't selling that, couldn't sell that to a Tom's Market or to a...
So who was your clientele at this point when you had like the ragtag group of 5 to 10 people doing it yourself? Who were you selling to?
Friends and family.
This is just like your personal network. It's not in retail.
No, not in retail.
Even like a small shop.
Hun's Rugby, I would sell it at rugby games.
Okay.
And Kava's so big in the rugby community, people would see Kava and they'd be like, what? A Kava seltzer? What the heck? So that was really small scale. I mean, I remember I made 200 cans and it took like 8 hours. Like it was not efficient. But it was fun. And I was like, this is what I've got to do. And so then from there, I raised money, friends and family, did the professional formulation, get the nutrition label and all that, find a co-packer, and did my first production run like 2 days before Christmas 2023. So about a year and a half ago.
What does the formulation process look like? How do you go through that?
Loved it. It's so fun. So I got in touch with my formulator, and they give you a questionnaire. They're like, what are you looking for? And you basically just tell them, I want something that's all natural, uses real fruit juice, less than mine's 6 grams of sugar, and has 1,000 milligrams of this kava. And I had to send them some.
And you supplied them the kava?
I think yes, I supplied them the kava. They didn't have that, but they had everything else. And then they'll send you bottles of the flavors that you requested, and we would taste them. And like, for instance, black cherry, like that one didn't come out great. Blueberry lemonade didn't actually come out great the first time, and we kind of
figured it out now.
We figured it out now.
Good.
Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, that one came out fantastic. But we went with like what were the 2 best that we could produce relatively quickly. Like I didn't have tons of money I don't have a whole R&D team. And so strawberry kiwi and pineapple coconut were the 2 winners from the first batch. And then I went right back into it and started going for blueberry lemonade and Kaviva Rita. So that's really fun. Of course, I've got a lot of ideas on like where I want to take those, but I'm trying to control my erratic, make new flavors and be like, let's just crush it with these 4, and that'll make the next ones easy.
How do you find a formulator? You just Google formulators near me, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. No, exactly. I mean, so much of this like journey has been Googling, YouTubing, and just get in touch with somebody who's like a little bit closer to the business, and they can be like, oh yeah, obviously you can use this formulator, or yeah, you can use this, this warehouse, this producer, this can labeler or printer. So just talking to people, and like when you don't know, or when I don't know, I just need to go attack the fact that I don't know that and figure it out. And like I like to say, the first time I do something, I'm gonna get a B-. Like I'm not gonna knock it out of the park. Probably. And then maybe a B+, and then A-, and then you're going to start getting A's like the 3rd, 4th, 5th time I've done something. So that's kind of how I approach it. Like accept failure. Like it's kind of like go get the no's, like go fail. You'll learn. And otherwise I can find myself wasting time, afraid to fail, or maybe just because I think that there is a right way to do something. Like there's a right way to make a drink. But there's really not. You just go.
It's such a valuable lesson for every business owner, entrepreneur. I mean, even non-entrepreneurs, people that are just doing anything in life, like it's gonna suck. It has to suck. You have to do the first draft and it's gonna be sloppy. Just get it out there. Like trying to make things perfect, you're never gonna never going to launch it, never going to do it. You have to like fall down. It's going to suck. It's going to be, one little sticker on a chrome aluminum can. It looks dumb, but like then it can become something beautiful when you keep pushing forward.
Yeah, my first 5 attempts at making Kaviva are actually in a mason jar. So I think I was just pouring out like a unflavored sparkling water and then weighing kava out on like a kitchen scale and trying different things in it. But it's fun. I mean, you have to have the mindset that it's going to be challenging and painful and you're going to be wrong, but like find the value in that. Like every time something goes wrong, I'm like, okay, great. We learned that we will do this.